everybody, what's going on? I'm back home visiting my mom right now. Check out my old room. It's cool and nerdy at the same time. I didn't discover girls until later in life. But what better place to do an NFL video? I'll get to the Michael Vick and Tim Tebow thing in a minute. But we got some other things to talk about first. How about the Browns getting rid of Brady Quinn and Derek Anderson for Jake Delhomme and Seneca Wallace? Are they any better? Brady Quinn got traded to the Broncos. If you basically get traded in favor of Jake Delhomme, your career is officially off on the wrong foot. Jake Delhomme threw 8 touchdowns and 18 picks last year. The Panthers still owed him $12.5 million this year and still said it's probably best if you just go. Ouch! Plus Delhomme had Steve Smith to throw to last year. There's no Steve Smith on the Browns? For the sake of Browns fans, I hope they plan on drafting a good quarterback in a month. And how about the Jets getting rid of Thomas Jones and picking up LaDainian Tomlinson? Thomas Jones rushed for 1,400 yards last year. LT rushed for barely over 700. They could have kept Jones for about the same amount of money they're paying LT, but they didn't. I'm confused. Thomas Jones is the Rodney Dangerfield of NFL running backs. He had 2 good seasons with the Bears, and the Bears were like, eh. He had 3 good seasons with the Jets. The last 2 were really good. And the Jets said, if you're Thomas Jones, you gotta be saying, I don't know, man. And how about this story? The Jets and the Giants have shared a stadium for years. There's a new beautiful Meadowlands Stadium opening this season. There was some debate about who was going to host the first game there. Since they couldn't come to a compromise, Jets owner Woody Johnson suggested a coin toss. The league originally rejected that idea, but then did it anyway, without the Jets or the Giants present for the coin toss. Woody Johnson basically called out Roger Goodell. He said normally you have representatives from both teams present to witness a coin toss. Without doing so, it's not a transparent process. Ooh, transparent process. There isn't any proof that the commissioner did something shady. But without having anybody there to witness it, it's gonna leave yourself open for questions. And why would you do that in the first place? Goodell's crazy sometimes. He's just like, I'm the commish. I'll do what I want. Yeah, I had a coin toss. What are you gonna do about it? It's probably not the best way to go about things. But we get to the main portion here. Tim Tebow and Michael Vick. Tim Tebow is unveiling his new throwing motion today at his pro day. He's throwing against air with no one rushing him, so he should look pretty good. But one thing hit me. I think Tebow has fans like Michael Vick. The Michael Vick and Tim Tebow fans / homers will always say how good Tebow and Vick are. And if they come up short, it's always somebody else's fault. You notice that? Michael Vick could throw 5 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. And there are Vick fans who would blame it on his lack of receivers. Seriously, I'm not kidding. That's the way it is. I can see something similar happening with Tim Tebow. I don't think he's gonna be good. He's got a long delivery, hasn't taken snaps under center at Florida. I don't think he's that great of a passer, but we'll see. I just think if Tim Tebow falters, the hardcore Tim Tebow fans will find a way to blame it on someone else. I can just hear people saying, well, he went to this team and they're no good, and if he was on that team, he'd be good. Can you not hear that right now? I'm just gonna throw this out there to some of the blind Vick and Tebow fans. Sometimes it's not everybody else's fault besides Vick and Tebow. Sometimes they're to blame. I'm Brian No, and that's a no-brainer.